Hello again, and welcome to another tutorial in my How to Draw Gods and Goddesses of Ancient Egypt series. Before we start, of course, if you could subscribe, that would be terrific. Thank you very much. And also remember to ring that little bell icon. Okay, well, the god, what we're going to do today is Horus, who is the ruler of the skies, protector of the Pharaoh. He is the son of Isis and Osiris, and he's usually portrayed as a man with a hawk's head, or a falcon's head, I should say. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the eye of the falcon. And I want you to imagine it's almost like an egg shape, come around like that. And you double up your line so you get that kind of shape there. Right? Slightly pointed, almost like an avocado if you like, right? And then you get the top of the falcon's head coming up, fairly flat along the tops, like that. And its curved beak, very short, coming in like that. And there's a kind of shape that comes down beyond the eye and curves in like that, and then you get the bottom of the beak coming in there and curving down towards the neck. Can you see that? There's also a shape which comes around this side of the eye, which comes down like that, curves around underneath it, and curves down like that, and then curves around and goes up, a kind of jagged shape like that. And it wears the symbol of the pharaohs, which is a long, very high hat shape. Comes up like that, the bulge on the end comes down, and at the back of it you've got this shape coming up like that, almost like a great feather shape. And from the front you have a triangular shape coming down to join that, and just above that you get a great curl coming out like that, round and round. And as it comes down, it gets a bit broader and comes in like that. So there you have the start of the head there. And of course, at the back you have a typical headdress of the Egyptian pharaohs come down like that. And as I said, this shape here is doubled up by another shape which appears coming down parallel like that, and that shows the end of the headdress, which comes over the front of the chest, and that's the neckline there. The other side of the headdress comes down the other side like that. Now remember, the Egyptians used to draw the most typical shape, most representational shape of the body. So you get the head to the side, the torso to the front, the legs to the side, and so on. So what you're going to see here is this shoulder coming out, another shoulder appearing here. So there we have both shoulders and the head to the side like that. And as I said, it's the body of a human with the head of a falcon. So you get the arm outstretched like this coming down and holding, again quite typically, a scepter. Now this scepter is called the Was scepter, symbol of the power of the pharaohs. And you get his fingers coming around it like that. Quite basic shapes like that with the fingernails there. And the Was scepter is a curved top like that. And it's like curved to the top of it's almost like a stick or a long pole coming down and continues right down to, I'll draw the bottom in a second. As we come to the top here, we have the body moving in towards the waist like that, and the other arm is by the figure's side with his hand grasping symbol of life, which is the ankh, which is like a cross with a loop at the top, like that. There's the cross, there's the shape of the ankh, like that. Okay, now we come down to the waistband, which goes up at an angle, like that. And you get a couple of stripes on the waistband, a center stripe, and a stripe at the bottom. And in here you can put some banding, which will be different colours, like that. And then a kind of shape to represent a knot. Okay, well the back of his a kilt shape almost, a kind of sarong type shape comes down, and it's actually, again meant to represent a tail, I think, almost like the tail feathers of the kestrel, the hawk, the falcon, and that comes down like that, and the back of the skirt shape comes down like that down to the knees, goes straight across, and you might get a curve coming in there like that, and then you get the legs, as I said, shown from the side. So you get the foot coming down like that, very simple foot shape, and the other foot, you've got a knee shape there, coming down, and the calf shape coming down to the ankle, and then another simple foot shape there. Okay, and the bottom of the wasp scepter has a kind of upside down U shape, like that. Okay, and of course up here we have the necklet shape coming down, which is in different bands, like that. You just continue the bands around. Like that. Okay, right, now what we're going to do is, I'm going to colour this. Well, first of all, I'm going to take away some of the heaviness of the pencil lines, because we don't want the actual lines, the pencil lines themselves, to kind of rub into the colour that I'm going to use. Okay, I'm ready to use my first colour, which is the body colour, which is the brownish, reddish brown colour. Before I do that, I've also put on some armlets here, and I forgot one down here, but basically all you do is you do 3 rows of stripes like that. 1, 2, 3. I've also done it down his ankle as well. Okay, so the brown actually not only goes onto the body, but also onto these shapes up here. So basically, if you just draw around the outside of your shape first of all, like that, and then if you're using a pen like I am, just fill it in. Okay, so we'll do that with that as well. That one up here. And once I've done that, then I will start on the body. So I'll fill that in. This shape too, by the way, this curl shape is also done in brown. So we continue that around like that. Fill that in to there, a bit broader. And then I will start to fill in the body shape. Again, just go around. Maybe use the finer point as a double-sided pen, and then use the finer point for the lines and also the brush point for the filling in. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the body, right around here, and on the legs too. And let's see what it looks like when I've done that. Okay, I'm just finishing off the brown now. This is the leg. And then I'll move on to the next colour, which is actually black. And the black is used round about the eye and the beak of Horus here. So this shape here, the small shape of the front of the beak comes down, and that's black. Also, the centre part of the eye is black, and this shape around the eye itself comes in like that. Just go round it first of all, things up to those jagged shapes I was talking about, and over the top of the eye, around the eye itself, and then that outside shape becomes black, like that, okay? The other parts which are black are the was scepter, W-A-S, that will continue down there, and also the ankh, so I'll do that. And let's have a look when I've done it. Right, I'm just finishing off the black on the ankh now. Move on to the next colour, which is a dark blue colour, and this actually colours in the headdress itself. So let's go around the shape of it with the finer point, which comes in like that, right down to there. The ends are yellowy colour, by the way, so leave them just now, bring that around there. Same with that, and bring that up to there and around, and all that will be blue, as will this part here to there, okay? Also, this part here up to there will be blue, so we'll just mark that in. Got this chevron shape down here to represent the feathers, okay? And the centre part of the banding on the arms and the legs, that's blue as well. So I'll continue doing that, and let's have a look, see when I've done it. Okay, just coming to the end of the blue part now, the top part. But also remember the little shapes I drew in here, almost like mosaics. Well, some of them, of course, can be blue as well, dark blue. We can make up almost like a random selection of your colours. We'll use other colours in here as well. Okay, well, the next one is a lighter blue colour, which will again come in there, like that, maybe one there. And also the finer bandings of the armbands and the wristbands, they are colored with pale blue, like that. This one stroke is enough. I'm going to be going around this with a pen to outline it all. I'll bring it all out. Okay, so I think one more bit of pale blue, one of these bands here going around the necklace, like that. Okay, coming up there. And I think that's it for the pale blue. Move on to the yellow now. The yellow will constitute this part here. This part's white, that's white as well. So this is all yellow. So again, what you can do is go around the actual shape of it with the smaller point, fill it all in, and also those bands here will be yellow too, and also this band here, and this banding down here. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with that. Okay, I'm just finishing off the yellow now. This banding on ends of the headdress, like that, and one there. And to finish off the colours, bring in a red. Nice bright red. We can add that to the, almost like jewels around the waistband here. Nice bits of bright colour. And also a bit of red coming around, just leave a bit of white between that. Bring that up there. And another bit coming around there, like that. And another one coming in at the top. Here. And then a line, final line for the, just the neckline there. And we can outline those later with the black pen. But that's all the colours done. And now all we have to do now is to bring it all out by outlining it with a pen. Okay, as you can see, I've started outlining this with a pen, black pen, just to clean up all the outside shapes. Okay, you continue around like that. You can use a finer pen once you've got around the eyes and so on. This is a slightly broader pen, so bring that right around like that. As you can see, there we are. It kind of sharpens the whole thing up. Okay, I've outlined the whole of the main body with the thicker pen, and I'm just finishing off using the finer pen now to outline some of the more delicate parts, like these stripes, and these ones down here, and of course these ones here. And these represent the feathers of the falcon. So that's Horus, protector of the Pharaohs, also god of the sky, war and hunting. And as I said, he was a just and fair god who maintained order and balance in the ancient Egyptian lives. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you can join me again for another tutorial very soon. But before I go, I'll just draw you the hieroglyph for Horus, and it's a simple falcon shape. And basically, you start with the curve of the top of the head, and the hooked beak like that, and the little eye there. Then you have a nice back to the head like that, a curve, and that comes in. You have that, and then you have the back of the bird, which is a nice big slope. Just comes down like that at an angle, and you have the wing of the bird. Again, a long, elegant kind of shape sticking out like that. And another one to represent the feathers, and then the chest of the bird comes down from there and comes down to the kind of feathered feet which stick out like that. There's one here and another one there. You get that kind of angle coming down there, and underneath that you get the back of the bird and the tail coming right down like that. Okay, so this is the back of the left leg, and the right leg comes in there with the feet coming in like that. Okay, and you get a curve coming around there like that. So that's a hieroglyph for Horus, which is the falcon shape. Okay, well, as I said, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can join me again very soon for another tutorial. But in the meantime, of course, all the best and happy drawing.